Yeah. So by now you already know that Peyton Manning was released by the Colts, or is about to be released by the Colts. I'm sitting up here pondering. I'm like, this is not the first time a great has been let go, and most of the time that they teams do decide to let go of these caliber quarterbacks has been the right decision. You can go back to like Brett Favre. You can go to Joe Montana. Most of the time it's the right decision. Um, but I am a Peyton Manning fan. He's a class act. I feel like he still got some game left in him. I hope he does. And I'm sitting up here looking at teams that I think Peyton Manning could be a good fit for. Um, Now, some of these teams don't really have a opening at quarterback, but I really think they could use Peyton Manning. Top of my list for Peyton Manning to go to would be the Baltimore Ravens. Um, I think Peyton Manning would definitely put them in a position where if it's the Peyton Manning who I know they got all the pieces already, that's a championship team. Um, I think the Bears, but once again, they have a quarterback in place there. So, but I do think same situation as the Ravens. If you put Peyton Manning on that team, it's a championship team. They could do it without Peyton, but it's a championship team with him, in my opinion. Me being a Cowboys fan, I'd love to see him go there and we get rid of Tony Homo. I like this. I don't care who we had. I'd love to get rid of Tony Romo. Um, I could see Peyton Manning being on the Dolphins. I mean, I know they would want him. I'm sure he wouldn't mind being in Miami after he was done playing, but I don't think he'd want to play there because they don't really have a chance to contend. The Jets is another good option. I don't really think Sanchez is the answer there. And even if he is the long term answer, he's young enough to sit down for a year or two. He might not like it, but he's under contract, so really, what can he do? I know the Redskins is gonna go hard after him because that's what Dan Snyder does. He's done it from the moment he came there. He always chases veterans. You can go back to Bruce Smith, Deion Sanders. I mean, that's just what he does. That's his MO. Um, Moving right along, I really think I could really see the Arizona Cardinals as being a real good fit because it would be a similar situation as to where Kurt Warner came into, and they had good success. They didn't get the title. I don't think. I think they lost to the Steelers, but they did go. And Peyton Manning is a cut above Kurt Warner for sure. Um, Seahawks should be in the market. If Al Davis was alive, the Raiders would definitely be in the market, regardless of Carson Palmer being there. I guarantee you that's an Al Davis type move. And I'm gonna tell you a sleeper team that a lot of people might not speak on, but don't be surprised if the Denver Broncos get involved in the mix. I know named a lot of teams, and they have it's Tebow mania going on right now, but the Broncos was in the playoffs and advanced, and none of them quarterbacks that's on their roster make a lot of money. Not a crazy amount of money. Um, all of them are young and can sit for a year or two, and you can't tell me that Tebow wouldn't benefit from learning under Peyton Manning for a year or two. I'm pulling for the Broncos. I just made my mind up on that right now. I feel like the Broncos would be the best place for Peyton Manning. I know that John Elway is going to be interested in that because that's his kind of quarterback. A real drop back passer that can get the job done. Peyton Manning to the Denver Broncos. I'm calling it now. You know what I'm saying? So call me crazy, Tim Tebow. Better luck next year.